Hello everyone, welcome back to the map of mathematics. In this video we are going to solve this nice math Olympiad geometric problem, and here we have a nice right triangle in which its sides are the trigonometric functions, and we will solve this problem for the values of n. So the very first thing we are going to do is, here first you will focus on this triangle, and here you see that we have the side opposite to the 90 is hypotenuse, and the side opposite to this angle n is perpendicular or altitude, and the side which is which join these two angles is known as the base. So we will use here the nice Pythagoras theorem here, and you know that the Pythagoras theorem is, we have hypotenuse square equals to base square plus perpendicular square. So this is the our nice Pythagoras theorem. And now in this problem we have our hypotenuse is a sine of 3n, so we will substitute here. You have sine of 3n and its whole square equals to our base is sine of 2n and its whole square plus our perpendicular is sine of n and its whole square. So now in the next step we will solve this nice equation, and we can find the values of n. Now you see that we have the if you have the triplet of trigonometric function equals to, you know that the formula of sine of 3n, it is equals to 3 times of sine n minus 4 times of sine cubed of n and its whole squared equals to, we have the double angle of trigonometric function equals to 2 times of sine n into cos n and its whole squared, plus here we have sine square of n. So now in the next step we will just simplify these terms here, and our left hand side will be written as, we can open the formula of the square, and you get here 9 times of sine square n plus 16 times of sine to the power of 6n minus you have 4 3 is 12 and 12 2 is 24 times of sine to the power of 4, and here we just open the formula of a minus b whole square, so you will get easily these terms, and our right hand side will be written as 4 times of sine square n cos square n, and plus we have sine of square n. And now in the next step we will make a little bit simplifications here, and we will just write it as 9 times of sine squared n plus 16 times of sine to the power of 6n minus 24 times of sine to the power of 4 of n, and this whole equals to, I can write the right hand side here, and you have 4 times of sine square n into cos square n, and we will write this cos square n as 4 times of sine square n into, we have cos square, and we write it as 1 minus sine square n, and again here you have a plus sine of square n. So now we will made here little bit simplifications on the right hand side, so that our right hand side will be written as, we multiply this 4 times of sine square n in both of the terms, and you get here 4 times of sine squared n minus 4 times of sine to the power of 4 of n and plus sine square of n. So in the next step we move all the terms in the right hand side to the left hand side, and you will get its output in the form of 9 times of sine squared n plus 16 times of sine to the power of 6n, this term, and we have minus 24 times of sine to the power of 4n, and now we move this 4 times of sine square n in the left hand side, and it will becomes minus 4 times of sine squared n, And when we move this term, because this is negative of 4 times of sine 4, and it will become positive of 4 times of sine to the power 4n, and this is also negative sine n square of n, and this whole equation equals to 0. So now we will add or subtract the like terms here, and first I can write the term which is highest exponent, so which is 16 times of sine to the power of 6n, and after that we have minus 24 times of sine 4n and 4 times of sine to the power of 4n. So when we subtract these two, you will get here minus 20 of sine to the power of 4n, and after that we add or subtract these three terms. So you will get here plus 4 times of sine squared of n, and this whole equation equals to 0. So in the next step we will take common here 4 times of sine squared of n, and you will get here 4 times of sine to the power of 4n minus 5 times of sine squared of n plus 1, and its whole equation equals to 0. So here we have two cases. The first case is we take 4 times of sine squared n equals to 0, and our second case is we write 4 times of sine to the power of 4n minus 5 times of sine square of n plus 1 equals to 0. So now first I can solve here the first case, and in this case you will easily get here sine of n equals to 0, and you see here our sine of n be the perpendicular of our given triangle. So this is sine n, so you know that it is the length of side of a triangle. So you know that length of triangle of side of triangle is cannot be a 0, so that we will rejected this case, and now we can just proceed here this case only. And in this case we will make the factors of this equation, and we will write this equation as 4 times of sine to the power 4n minus 4 times of sine squared n minus sine squared n plus 1 equals to 0. So this is the our factors of this equation, and after little bit simplification you will easily get the factors of this equation are 4 times of sine square n minus 1 into sine or squared of n minus 1, and this whole equation equals to 0. And now we will solve these two factors here, and now we can again factorize these two terms, and you will get here 2 times of sine n minus 1 into 2 times of sine of n plus 1, and we write this factor as sine of n plus 1 and sine of n minus 1, and this whole equation equals to 0. So here we have these four factors, and I can write all these factors as 2 of sine n minus 1 equals to 0, and we have 2 times of sine of n plus 1 equals to 0, and our third factor is sine of n plus 1 equals to 0, and our this fourth factor is sine of n minus 1 equals to 0. So our this first factor implies that sine of n equals to 1 over 2, and I can name this as equation number 1, and this factor implies that sine of n equals to minus 1 over 2. So here you see that sine n be the side of the given triangle, and it cannot be negative because this is negative sine, and it cannot be negative because this is the sine, this is the side of the triangle, so that we will rejected this case. And if you apply this case, so here you again get the sine of n equals to minus 1, so again it is negative, so we will rejected this case, and we can check this one, and here you have sine of n equals to 1. So if you see here, sine n is possible, but the other sides of the triangle are sine of 2n and sine 3n, because the sides of triangle are sine n, sine of 2n and sine of 3n. These three are the sides of the triangle. So when you have sine n equals to 1, or you just take this n equals to pi, then sine of 2n equals to 0. When this angle is pi, so it will be equals to 0. So because sine 2n is also the side of the triangle, so it is not possible. So that we will again rejected this case. So here we have only one case, which is sine n equals to 1 over 2, and we will find the value of n from here. So our case number 1 becomes, which is sine of n equals to 1 over 2. So here you first find the reference angle here, and you know that the reference angle is n equals to sine inverse of 1 over 2, and sine inverse of 1 over 2 equals to pi by 6. And you see here our sine is positive, n is positive, so lies in first and second quadrant. So the angle in first quadrant is n equals to pi by 6, the reference angle, and the angle in second quadrant is n equals to pi minus pi by 6. So here you get 5 pi by 6. So now we check which solution satisfied our given question, so that when you put here sine of this value in sine of 2n, so sine 2 times of 5 pi by 6 is less than 0. So because sine 2n is the side of the given triangle, so it is rejected, and we have only one solution, which is n equals to pi by 6. So in n equals to pi by 6, all of the sides of the triangle are gives the non-zero positive values. So we will finally write here this angle in the general form, which is pi by 6 plus 2k pi, and our k belongs to r. So this is the our final answer of this problem. And thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos.